So again, what we talk about here on What on Earth is Happening is the world of the occult. And again, this is an off-putting word for a lot of people who aren't familiar with my work already. So as a brief reintroduction to the world of the occult, we have to stop seeing this as evil. We have to stop seeing this as how Hollywood often portrays it, because it's a nonsense worldview about what occultism really is, okay? And we have to realize that what the occult is a body of knowledge. It is hidden knowledge about our reality. That the control class, or as I call the hidden occult priest class, that are controlling everything and are the social engineers of our society, do not want people to understand. We are ruled by what I would call a sorcerer class, okay? And you have to not look at that in the terms of Harry Potter sorcery, okay? Again, Hollywood portrays this allegorically to dramatize it. Okay, what we have to understand is what a sorcerer is someone who knows the hidden laws of nature and the hidden dynamics of human consciousness and the human psyche. And they know that in very deep awareness, in fullness. And yet they have made the free will decision to, instead of uplift humanity and try to increase human consciousness by teaching that knowledge and spreading it in an egalitarian way to all of human society, they have chosen to hoard it for themselves, and in doing so, wield a power differential that is gained by their knowledge differential. Okay, so I'll say that again. The sorcerer class, or the priest class of the dark occult, as I call them, is wielding a power differential that they have come into by way of a knowledge differential. Okay, so I liken this to a very advanced psychologist, and that's what the occult is. It's very advanced human psychology. Okay, so if you have an extremely advanced psychologist that knows just about everything there is to know about how the human mind works, and he develops a hatred for someone for whatever reason it may be, and the other person has no idea about their own psyche, has no idea about their own mental, emotional, and spiritual development, how much of a number do you think that extremely advanced, maybe the most advanced psychologist on earth could do to someone who has absolutely no clue about themselves and has not looked into psychology one bit for one moment of their lives, if they were so inclined to really do a number on that person psychologically? Well, that's where humanity is at, because humanity is that person that has no idea about its actual self, and the control class, as I call the dark occult priest class or the sorcerer class, that is engaged in social engineering and mind control practices, is that advanced psychologist who has that level of knowledge and is wielding it for their selfish purposes, for their purposes to dumb down and to control. Okay? And that's what we have to understand the occult is. It's just knowledge that anyone can take in. And if they take it in, they will level the playing field. That power differential will go away because that knowledge differential, that knowledge gap will be leveled. That's what I'm trying to help move humanity in that direction. That's what I'm trying to help do here on What on Earth is Happening, and have been since day one. Okay, so let's look at a working definition of what the occult, the world of the occult and occultism is in the next slide. So occultism is actually the study of the hidden laws of nature, specifically those laws which are at work in the invisible, mental, and spiritual domain, far more than the laws that are at work in the visible or physical world. Okay, so we're talking about laws that actually govern human conduct. Okay, we're talking about laws that bring to us the result of what we put out into the world, and then we are going to have to live that result as far as our human experience goes. Okay, so the universe in that sense acts like a huge mirror. It's a mirroring process of what we put out, we ultimately get back from creation and from the universe itself in the form of experience. And that's what the whole process is, understanding how to change our behavioral free will choice, okay? And then align our behavior to the laws of morality so that we get the result that we say we want, which is freedom, peace, order, justice, etc. Okay? So that's what that's what we're talking about when we talk about studying the world of the occult and the occult laws of nature, the hidden laws of nature. Okay? So therefore, Occultism involves the acceptance of a much wider worldview than that which is ordinarily taken by the everyday human being. We have to expand our worldview into understanding the world is not some just mechanized machine of pure matter and materialism. Too many people are locked into that Newtonian scientismic worldview. And that's exactly what it is. It's scientism. It's not science. And it's actually been proven an inaccurate paradigm or an inaccurate worldview of the universe for over 100 years easily. And yet many people still accept the Newtonian paradigm of materialism as being accurate, and it most certainly is not. So, we have to understand that there is a living dynamic intelligence that underlies everything in nature, in the natural world, and that is the power of mind, okay? Whatever you want to call that, the creative force. God, I'm perfectly comfortable with that term. Many people are not, and I could care less whether anyone is or not. It's your personal choice whether to be comfortable with that. But there is a living dynamic intelligence that underlies everything, and that is pure consciousness, and that is what gives rise to physical form through vibratory energy. And when you study deeper into the realm of the occult, which is not a religion, it is hidden science. It is absolutely provable hidden science. When we delve into new sciences that are emerging, including quantum mechanics, new physics, new biology, epigenetics, we find that all of these aspects that have been discussed regarding consciousness in the realm of the occult and occultism teachings throughout history have been borne out to be true in modern science. True modern science, not the world of scientism. And this is the merging that is very, very slowly happening between the realms of science and spirituality. And I'd like to see that advance and move faster, but unfortunately, much of humanity is just still too stuck in ego, as we're going to be talking about here today. An occultist, the definition of an occultist then may be defined as those who study all of the laws of nature, not just the physical laws, but the physical and spiritual dynamics that are inherent in the natural world, both those that are readily seen and those which are much more difficult to see with simply the physical eyes or with the measuring instruments that we use as part of scientific instrumentation alone. Okay, so that's what the occult is. It's a holistic worldview of understanding and knowledge. And too few people have delved deeply into it. That's why we're in the situation that we are. The worst of our species has delved into it in a deep way and has used that knowledge to basically keep humanity under its thumb. And what I'm attempting to do is to inspire people to become what I call de-occultists. See, as long as the realm of the occult, the realm of hidden knowledge and hidden science and hidden psychology remains hidden, as long as it remains occulted. Again, the word occult comes from the Latin occultare, which means to hide or to conceal. Okay, as long as it stays hidden, slavery is going to continue. We're not going to have any kind of a paradigm shift in consciousness that leads to true human freedom as long as the occult remains the occult. So I'm trying to inspire people to look into this world of hidden knowledge and to understand it at a deep fundamental level. When we do that, we're going to start to understand ourselves more, because that's what this is all really about. The occult is actually a deep study of the self. That's what human psychology is. And this is hidden human psychology. Okay, so we have to become those master psychologists through our study of the world of the occult. Then when we do that, then we're going to see the playing field start to level on a worldwide basis, and we're going to see the ability of people to really take an empowering charge over their lives and get out of this control that we've all been put under, specifically the mind control that we've been put under. We're going to see that be able to be done far more effectively as more people study this knowledge.